Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video in the series. It's the same, it's like maybe 1 minute after I recorded part 1, but it's part 2. I figured shorter videos would be better. So, this is what we made in part 1. So now I'm going to show you a bit more detailed work, which is making doors, windows, and so on. So, let's start with the front door. First thing I like to do is not be in my group. I want to make this outside of my house's group. First thing I'm going to do is hit R and make a rectangle in my door opening on the floor. Then I'm going to double click, right click, and make group. Then double click to go into that group. So now we're in the group of the doorway. Next thing I'm going to do is hit P for my push-pull and go up to my opening. So we have our nice rectangular door going on. Next thing you want to do is hit F. Now F is again the offset tool. And we're going to go in, let's say the size of our jamb, which would be like 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to go 3/4 inches and hit enter. Now we want this door to be against the floor, so we're going to hit L for our line tool and bring this down and erase that other line. So now we have our door with its jambs. Now we're going to model the door itself. So I'm going to go for like a door kind of look, you know what I mean? So first thing I want to do is take my tape measure. I'm going to add kind of glass on the top and then a panel on the bottom. So I'm going to drag down, again looking for that blue line that we talked about in the first video, and I'm going to go down around 10 inches. Then I want my glass to be maybe 2 feet down. Okay. And then from left to right, these are just arbitrary numbers that I'm choosing. So then from left to right, we'll go 6 inches, 6 inch. Okay. Then I'm going to hit my R tool, and draw a rectangle in there, and delete my guidelines. So now we have the glass in the middle, and I kind of want it to look decent. So I'm going to hit F, again for my offset tool, and add kind of some trim to it. So let's go maybe 2 inches out for some trim. And then maybe from, again, that inside one, we'll go 1/2 inch out to make it even more detailed. Because we're just all experts at that. So we have our window modeled out, and I should have left these guidelines for the side rails. So then off of this, I'm going to go like 6 inches. That's not right. Blue line, 6 inches. And then from the bottom up, I'll go, let's go 8 inches. Hit my rectangle tool, draw my rectangle. So now we have our door with its panel. Next thing is we're going to push-pull these materials. So I'm going to bring the trim out 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to bring my glass in, let's go 1 inch. So now it kind of looks a bit more detailed, a bit more sculpted, if you will. And we're going to do the same with this, but what I like to do with these panels is go offset and then go in like 3 inches and hit my line tool and connect this to the outside lines, and then double click my interior rectangle, shift click the face inside to unselect the face, hit M for move, grab one of my corners and look for the green line. So the green line's going to push it forward and backwards. And I'm going to bring it out 1/2 inch. So it kind of adds like a 3D panel. So I want to add some trim. So I'm going to hit my tape measure tool, go out, let's say 3 inches either side. And then I'm going to hit P for push pull and take it out 3/4 of an inch. So now we have our door and it's nice and trimmed out. So I'm going to save. Now for windows, I do something a bit different. Since there are a bunch of windows, I like to make one, copy and paste, and then edit it. I know my depth of my wall is 5.5 inches. So on the side, I'm going to do a rectangle 4 feet by 5.5 inches. So now I have a rectangle similar to what I did with the door. I'm going to double click and make a component. So make a component, and we're going to call this windows. I'm going to hit create. So a component works the same as a group. So you have to go into it in order to model. But what you could do is when you make a change to this component, this group, it changes all the other ones that you copy and paste. So if you add a material to this one, it adds a material to all the other windows. Unless you do what I'm about to show you. So let's model our window first. So the height of most of these, or all of these windows, are 3'8". So I'm going to go into my component, push pull, 3'8". Next, what I'm going to do, again similar with the door, is hit offset 3/4 inch for jam. Then we'll bring it in like, I don't know, 2 inches for the border, and then let's say we want it to be a sliding window. We're going to draw a line in the middle, go F, and then we'll go in like 1.5 inches for the mullion in the middle. So now we have the basic window modeled out, and now we can push pull to add our detail. We have to model out the back as well. So what I like to do is do the control push pull that I showed you in the previous video. So now I have it on the inside and the outside, and I can make the edits as I did on the outside. So push pull 1/2 inch, we'll go 1 inch, and then 1.5 inches. So now I have the same window on either side. Again, you could change it if you want a deeper jam on the inside with a windowsill. Whatever your preferences are, you make those changes as you would like. Now we can put this into our rough opening. So we select our component, hit M, and then we hit Control. The reason why we hit Control is if I don't and I move it around, I kind of just gave it away. When you move it around, it moves that model around. But if you hit M and Control, you can see a little plus icon that comes up beside the Move tool. And I move around, ooh, it makes a copy of it. So I'm going to make a copy of it and put it in this window opening. And as you can see, it's not the width of the opening. So what I'm going to do, go into the component, select the right side of it, and move it to my desired location. Like that. So if I take my tape measure tool, I go to the middle of the opening, which is here, hit my remove tool, and you center it on your window. Now, it's all depending on if you would like the divider in the middle, if you want it offset to the left, to the right, top, bottom, whatever. But this is where I want to keep it for now. So now what I could do is click that component, M, Control, and move it into my other opening. Oh no, it's facing the wrong direction. Let me show you how, oh, that's not right. Let me show you how to fix that. So what we're gonna do is hit Q, and this is brings up like a little protractor, circle protractor. And what you do from here is you wanna make sure it's on the blue, turns blue, not red, and not black or green. Blue. And then you wanna move it 90 degrees. So I like to align it to one of the axes. So let's say it's on the green axis. And then I can move it, and whenever it turns red, then I know it moved 90 degrees. Now I could take it, move it, and put it into my opening. Next thing is if you have a window that's different, so as you can see the size difference between this window and this window, it's probably not going to be divided in the middle, so you would have to model a window for itself. So I'm just going to do that quickly. Okay, so I made my model of the smaller window, so now I'm just going to go and place it into the opening and move and copy it into the other opening. Just like that. Right click, make unique, go into the component, take one side and move it so it scales the window. So that's all of my windows done. Now I'm going to make a sliding door. So I use the same process as making the door and the window, and I kind of merge it together to make a sliding door. Okay, so now that this model's done, I'm going to drag it into the spot. Now it's done. So all our doors, all our windows are put in. And in the next episode, I'm going to show you how to model the roof. So make it kind of, overhang, fascia, soffit, everything like that. So, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, tune into the first video if you didn't already, and tune into the next one so you can learn how to do the rest of the stuff. Ciao.